Everyone thought he was just a quiet sergeant. Until that night when 300 Taliban fighters attacked and Michael Ghost Rodriguez's true identity emerged. 15 years of Navy SEAL experience would now be used to save the lives of 12 young soldiers. But first, they had to trust him. Welcome to the Real Life Stories. Before we begin this powerful story of sacrifice and hidden heroism, tell us in the comments which city you're watching from today. And if you believe stories like this need to be heard, hit that subscribe button. In Afghanistan's Kunar province, there was a place called Blackwater Ridge that nobody wanted to be. Forward Operating Base Blackwater, built in an impossible-to-defend position at the bottom of a narrow valley, surrounded by mountains. Open enemy fire from 360 degrees, too narrow for helicopters to land safely, too dangerous for resupply. Staff Sergeant Michael Rodriguez, 35 years old, understood the gravity of the situation the first day he set foot on the base. He had spent most of his 15-year military career with the Navy SEALs. 4 tours in Iraq, 3 in Afghanistan. His years in special operations had earned him the nickname Ghost. He would come silently do his job and disappear without a trace. But now it was different. He was no longer in special operations. A year ago, after a traumatic incident, he had transferred to regular Army. The official record said voluntary transfer. The truth was much more complicated. "Welcome, Sergeant," said Lieutenant Jake Morrison, 24 years old, West Point graduate, on his first deployment. "Let me brief you on the situation. We have 12 soldiers here. I'm the base commander, and you're the new team leader." Rodriguez silently looked around. They were all like children. The oldest was 23, the youngest 19. Even Morrison, despite being a military academy graduate, had no real combat experience. "Is that the situation, sir?" Rodriguez said, his voice low and calm. "Yes, and know this is an easy place. We've had 3 heavy attacks in the last 6 months. We lost 1 soldier, 3 wounded." Rodriguez nodded. "I understand." That night, lying on his bunk, Rodriguez's mind was on his old team, his comrades from SEAL Team 6, especially Marcus Thompson, his closest friend. He had lost him a year ago in Helmand because of Rodriguez's mistake. The next morning, Rodriguez met his new team, Private Danny Rookie Walsh, 19 years old, from Ohio, writing letters to his mother every day, constantly talking about his girlfriend Jessica back home. Specialist Tony Boom Martinez, 22 years old, from Texas, explosives expert, always joking, trying to keep morale high. Corporal Jake Joker Williams, 21 years old, from Detroit, master of dark humor, making even bad situations funny. Private First Class Ahmed Hassan, 20 years old, from Michigan, Arab American, also worked as interpreter, quiet and thoughtful. Specialist Maria Doc Gonzalez, 23 years old, from California. The only female soldier medic, determined and brave. There were others too. Sniper Kevin Longshot Smith, Mechanic Sam Wrench Johnson, Radio Operator Paul Static Brown, and a few more. Rodriguez just observed for the first week how the kids behaved, who was reliable, who might crack in a crisis. He spoke very little, didn't ask questions, didn't give orders. "The sergeant's a bit weird, isn't he?" Rookie whispered one evening. "The guy doesn't talk," said Joker. "Maybe he's mute?" "Just quiet," Doc interjected. "But look at his eyes. This man has seen things." In Rodriguez's 3rd week, everything changed during a night patrol. 11:30 p.m. Rodriguez, Rookie Martinez, and Hassan were on a small reconnaissance mission. They were to check an area about 2 kilometers away where suspicious movement had been reported. "Ghost Actual, this is Ghost 2, Hassan called on the radio. "Approaching target area." "Copy, Ghost 2. Keep your eyes open." Just then, Rodriguez saw something. A slight movement in the trees. Years of SEAL training automatically kicked in. "Stop," he whispered. "Everyone down." "What is it, Sergeant?" Martinez asked. Rodriguez put his index finger to his lips. Then he showed 3 fingers, pointed east. 3 enemies to the east. The kids were confused. Nobody could see anything. Rodriguez slowly brought his M4 rifle into position. His breathing changed, his heart rate slowed. 15 years of training kicked in. Crack. Single shot. 200 meters away in the dark. Hit the target right in the center of the heart. Contact. Hassan yelled into the radio. 2 more Taliban emerged from their hiding spots. Rodriguez took them down with single shots each. Total time, 8 seconds. Clear, Rodriguez said, lowering his rifle. Rookie's mouth was hanging open. Martinez was staring in amazement. Hassan now understood. This man wasn't an ordinary sergeant. When they returned to base, everyone was talking about Rodriguez. "Sergeant, were you in Special Forces?" Doc asked directly. Rodriguez didn't answer for a long time. Then, used to be. "Which unit?" "SEAL Team 6. Silence. Everyone knew what SEAL Team 6 meant. The most elite, most secretive, most dangerous operations team. "How long?" Lieutenant Morrison asked. 15 years. "Why did you leave?" Rodriguez's face tensed. "Lost my friend. Because of my mistake." Nobody asked any more questions. In the following weeks, Rodriguez slowly began giving the kids real combat training. He taught SEAL techniques, moving silently, night vision techniques, close quarters combat, team coordination. Why is the sergeant teaching us these things? Joker asked one day. "Because the big event is coming," said Longshot. He's obviously sensed it. He was right. Rodriguez's experience told him the Taliban was planning a major attack. Activity around the base had increased. Locals were starting to flee. Intelligence reports were alarming. On the night of October 28th, Rodriguez spoke with Lieutenant Morrison. "Sir, you might want to request reinforcements from higher command." "Why?" "They're coming tonight or tomorrow night. At least 200 to 300 people. Coordinated attack." Morrison was young and inexperienced, but not stupid. "Are you sure?" "I'm saying this with 15 years of experience." "They're coming." October 29th, 3:45 a.m. When the first rocket hit the base, Rodriguez was already awake. He was always prepared. "Attack! Attack!" he yelled into the radio. As Rodriguez ran, he barked orders to the soldiers. Rookie, Doc, West Wing. Martinez, prep the explosives. Hassan, maintain radio contact. Longshot, tower position. This was no longer a lieutenant fresh out of West Point taking command, but a 15-year SEAL veteran. The Taliban were attacking from all directions. Rockets, mortars, automatic weapons fire. The base had turned into hell. "Ghost Actual, what's the status?" Morrison asked. "Enemy coming from all directions. At least 250 people. Coordinated attack. Request air support immediately." In the first hour, Martinez was wounded in the leg while Doc treated him. Rodriguez covered his position. In the second hour, Hassan's radio broke down. The base lost contact with the outside world. In the third hour, the Taliban reached the wire perimeter. "Sergeant, what do we do?" Rookie asked. Fear's eyes. Rodriguez looked at him. This was no longer a 19-year-old kid, but a comrade standing beside him in battle. "We stay standing. We protect each other. And we go home." 6:30 a.m. The Taliban had managed to enter the base. Street fighting had begun. Rodriguez had only one thing on his mind: getting these kids home. "Doc, take Rookie with you. Withdraw to the east building." Longshot, don't abandon the high ground. We need coordinated fire. Martinez, how's your leg? "I can walk, Sergeant." Rodriguez suddenly found himself face to face with 5 Taliban. SEAL training kicked in. Using close quarters combat techniques, he neutralized all of them. But then he heard Joker's shout, "Sergeant, Rookie's been hit." Rodriguez ran to Rookie's side. The kid had been shot in the chest. "Sergeant, did you talk to my mom? Jessica?" Rookie groaned. "I will, son. But first you're going to talk to them. You're going to hold on." Doc arrived. "Sergeant, it's bad. Need immediate evac." Rodriguez called on the radio. "Ghost, actual medical evac urgent. Critical casualty. Ghost 2, airspace still hot. Birds can't come in yet." "How long?" "At least 2 hours." Rodriguez looked at Rookie. "The kid wouldn't last 2 hours." "Doc, what do you need?" "Blood transfusion. Immediately. Same blood type." "I'm O negative," Rodriguez said. "Universal donor." "Sergeant, this is very risky. You're wounded too." Rodriguez looked at the bleeding wound on his arm. He hadn't even noticed. "Do it." While Doc performed emergency blood transfusion, Rodriguez held Rookie's hand. "Listen to me, son. What you go tell Jessica?" "That I love her." "No, you're going to tell her. Wait for me. I'm coming back. And I'm coming back as a man worthy of you. You understand?" Rookie opened his eyes. "I understand, Sergeant." "Good. Now sleep. We're here." 8:15 a.m. The Taliban launched their final assault. Only 8 soldiers were left standing. Rodriguez checked his remaining ammunition. 3 magazines. 90 rounds. "Everyone listen," he shouted. "Air support is coming in 30 minutes. We're going to stay standing for 30 minutes. "How, Sergeant?" Martinez asked. "Because we are us, and we never surrender." There was such determination in Rodriguez's voice that the kids began to believe him. "Doc, protect Rookie with Martinez." "Long shot. Count your last rounds." "Hassan, is the radio working?" "Joker, come with me." Rodriguez and Joker went out against the Taliban's main force. 2 people against 50. "Sergeant, this is suicide." Joker yelled. "No," Rodriguez said calmly. "This is sacrifice." Rodriguez's plan worked. By drawing the Taliban's attention as just 2 people, he managed to protect the others. At 8:45 a.m., A-10 fighter jets appeared in the sky. "Ghost 2, this is Thunder 1. We have visual on your position. Thunder 1, danger close. Friendlies inside the perimeter. Copy, Ghost 2. Stay down." The A-10's cannons destroyed the Taliban positions. At 9:30 a.m., the medical helicopter landed. Rookie and other wounded were evacuated. At 11 a.m., reinforcement forces arrived. Blackwater Ridge had been defended. In the hospital, sitting beside Rookie, Doc approached Rodriguez. "Sergeant, the doctors say without your blood transfusion, he would have died." Rodriguez nodded. "Teamwork." "No, Sergeant. You saved him. You saved all of us." Lieutenant Morrison came over. "Sergeant, I'm nominating you for the Medal of Honor." Rodriguez shook his head. "Not necessary, sir." "Why?" Rodriguez looked at Rookie. The kid was sleeping, breathing. "Because this is a reward. Them being alive." A week later, Rodriguez spoke with Morrison one last time. "Why, Sergeant, did you really leave the SEALs?" Rodriguez thought for a long time. Then he began to tell. "In Helmand, I went on a mission with my team. High-value target. I was the team leader. Marcus Thompson was my best friend, my right hand." He stopped, took a breath. "I made the wrong decision. I changed the route. I said, let's go the safer way. But that road was mine." Morrison listened. "Marcus died because of my mistake. 15-year friend, brother. He had 2 children. And you blame yourself because I am to blame. I made the decision." Morrison nodded. "Sergeant, you saved 12 kids' lives tonight. Marcus would have wanted that too." Rodriguez closed his eyes. For the first time in a year, maybe Morrison was right. 6 months later, Rodriguez was sitting at Rookie's wedding in California. The kid was alive, recovered, marrying Jessica. Doc came over to him. Sergeant, how do you feel? Rodriguez smiled. He was really smiling for the first time. Good. For the first time in a year, good. Marcus will be proud, too, Doc said. Rodriguez nodded. Yes, he will be proud. Long shot approached. Sergeant, what's your new assignment? I'm going to be an instructor. Teach young soldiers. Teach what? Rodriguez looked at all his old teammates in the wedding hall. They were all alive, all with their loved ones, to protect each other, to never give up, and to come home. Rookie approached with Jessica. Sergeant, thank you. If it weren't for you, Rodriguez raised his hand. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here either. I don't understand. You reminded me why we fight, for the people we love, to be able to come home. That's reason enough. Rodriguez stood up, hugged Rookie. Now go, dance with your wife. I'll be here. As Rookie walked away, Rodriguez pulled a small photo from his pocket. Marcus Thompson with his wife and 2 children. Marcus, he whispered, now I understand. You wanted this too, for me to protect them. He put the photo back and continued watching the wedding. Ghost Rodriguez no longer carried the ghost of the past, but the hope of the future. Sometimes heroism doesn't come with grand gestures, but with being in the right place at the right time. That night, Michael Ghost Rodriguez didn't just save the lives of 12 young soldiers. He also saved himself. True strength is measured not by past mistakes, but by the right choices made in the future with lessons learned from those mistakes. Did this powerful story of sacrifice touch you? Share similar examples of heroism in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the Human Stories. We continue to tell real heroism stories.